Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Adriana DC. Tonight we're gonna be talking about some new fragrance releases. Okay, I went away for the summer, and when I came back, it was back to school time, so I was in the mall getting school stuff for my kids, and I walked past the perfume shop, and there's a big Burberry Goddess fragrance advertised, brand spanking new, and I'm like, where the hell was I, you guys? And then I went into the perfume shop, and I was like, what's new? Because you know what? When you go on vacation, well, for me at least, I just like I'm being a zone. I be in my own wall, okay? And I completely forgot about perfume releases. I didn't get to do any perfume videos in Anguilla for you guys at all. Normally I would take you guys around to the shops, the neighboring Caribbean islands, and see what they have to offer. But I didn't get a chance to do that this year. And I was completely out of it. And I was not aware that not only was there a new Burberry fragrance, there has been loads of new releases for me to catch up on, but delightfully so. The lady in the perfume shop, she took me right around the shop, and I got a chance to smell every single one of the fragrances that I am aware of that's new, and I'm going to tell you guys all about them. I'm going to let you guys know if I intend to purchase it, or it's a pass, or if it's a banger or not, and I have gotten a chance to play with a few of them, I spray them on me. So I walked around and see how they perform, projected, and, kind of see if they lingered on my mind and on my skin. So if you guys are interested in hearing my thoughts on these new perfume releases, then by all means, keep on watching. If you guys are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit the notification bell so that way you will be notified every single time I upload. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you guys for supporting me. I truly appreciate your support. And let's just get right into the video. So I have a list of all the fragrances right here on my phone, because I made sure to keep, kind of like put together a quick list for you guys. So first things first, Burberry Goddess, okay? Burberry Goddess is all over, it's plastered everywhere. This beautiful transparent bottle with gold accents. The bottle is beautiful, it's scrumptious, it's really pretty, okay? Let me give you guys the notes that's in Burberry Goddess, and then I give you guys what I picked up from it. So the notes in Burberry Goddess are top notes: vanilla, lavender, cacao, and ginger. Middle notes are vanilla caviar. Base notes are vanilla absolute. And right off the bat, when I smelled this fragrance, it smelled like a fresh, transparent, with slight remnants of lavender and mild sweetness. The fragrance was very fresh, very pretty, and it came off a little bit powdery. Very pretty smelling fragrance, you guys, and I was sold. Like, when I smelled the fragrance, I was sold. Okay, I smelled quite a few fragrances, and I sprayed on a piece of paper, and I said to myself, this smells so good. And of course, before I left the shop, I decided to spray a few of the fragrances that lingered, that stood out to me on my skin. And I will, however, say to you, while Burberry Goddess is a really beautiful scent, it's transparent, it's pretty, it has that note of lavender, but it's not a masculine leaning fragrance by any means. It's fresh, very ladylike, and very pleasant smelling. It doesn't really last. The fragrance barely lingered on my skin. Within like 2 hours, the fragrance was gone. Now, I can't say to you that this is the general performance of the fragrance. I don't know, maybe it's how the ladies spray the perfume on my skin, because they spray perfume like, they sparingly spray perfume. But the impression I got from it is that it was very light and it didn't linger that long. I will, however, say to you that did not dampen my view of the fragrance or how I feel about it. Will I be purchasing the fragrance? I'm not quite sure, but I do love the fragrance. I think it's a very pleasant smelling fragrance. So yeah, I would probably have to smell it again and then see if it hit the same way it hit the first time. But I do think that it's a very pleasant smelling fragrance. And above all things, I love the bottle of the Burberry Goddess scent. Next up, you guys, one of the fragrances that stole the show, Billie Eilish No. Now, I know this is not a new release, because I saw the release before summer, like just at the start of summer. And I saw it and I thought it was a prank. I don't know. I just kind of like dismissed the, the newness of this fragrance. And I hadn't seen anybody talk much about it. I do have the original Billie Eilish here, but the Billie Eilish 2 comes in a black bottle and it is everything and more. Okay, let me just give you guys a note. So the Billie Eilish 2 has in top notes of bergamot and apple blossom. Middle notes are black pepper, paprika, and poppy. Base notes are Palo Santo, ebony, and vanilla. What I got from this fragrance is a sweet, almost sandalwoody, woody scent. I want to say I picked up something floral in the fragrance. There was something a little bit florally, citrusy, warm, and sweet. Something slight spicy, and a very like smooth, woody essence to this fragrance. Almost sandalwood-like. I was in love. I found the scent to be intoxicating. And of course, like the Burberry Goddess, once I smelled it on paper, I just couldn't believe how good the perfume smelled. I decided to spray it on my skin. And out of all of the new discoveries I've made thus far, the Billie Eilish 2, it projected the most. It had the most prominent scent. It had the most impressive scent. It had the most exciting scent, in my opinion. And it lingered and lasted on my hand all evening. As a matter of fact, you guys, like later on in the nighttime, I can, after I've been washing my hands, dishes and all that, I can still smell it in the crease of my hand, you guys. So the Billie Eilish 2 is an absolute go, you guys. I have got to get that perfume in my perfume collection. It is magnificent smelling, you guys. Love me that one. And I know the original one was not well received. It was controversial and all that jazz. Like, miss me with it. I'm here for it. And above all, the price point on Billie Eilish fragrances is refreshing. It's so, and that alone is like sexy. I appreciate the price tag on the Billie Eilish fragrance. It's the right price. The size of the bottle. You look at the bottle and you weigh it up with your price, and everything makes sense. I love the price points on the Billie Eilish fragrances. Definitely love the price points on those the Billie Eilish scents, you guys. Now, speaking about price tag, I also had the opportunity to smell the newly reformulated and newly released Tobacco Rose by Tom Ford, and it is in a beautiful like rouged, slightly burgundy bottle, you guys. I love it. Now, I did not smell the original. I think I did smell the original. It was underwhelming in my opinion. However, let me just give you guys the notes. So the Tom Ford Cafe Rose, it has in top notes of Turkish rose and coffee. Middle notes are Bulgarian rose, patchouli, ylang ylang, cardamom, and coriander. The base notes are frankincense and sandalwood. Now, the Cafe Rose, like when I initially smelled it, when it was initially sprayed, it opened up powdery. It smelled a little bit spicy. You definitely got the essence of the coffee, but not a strong or burnt coffee. It's just the powderiness of the coffee. A powdery coffee essence, slightly spicy, but it's a nice, pleasant sweetness to this fragrance. And let me tell you guys, like the Burberry Goddess and the Billie Eilish 2, just before I left, I asked a lady to spray the perfume on my hand. And you guys, after the Billie Eilish number 2, this Cafe Rose from Tom Ford is an absolute banger in my eyes. It projects like crazy and it lasts really long. Not only does it project, when we got home, my son said to me, "Mom, what's that scent that smells like baby wipes?" The fragrance does in fact dry down to a beautiful baby wipes, comforting, powdery scent. However, it's the most beautiful, exquisite smelling baby wipes you can ever possibly think of, because that Cafe Rose smells absolutely scrumptious, you guys. It is a beautiful fragrance. You definitely get, there's some frankincense. I want to say you definitely get the frankincense, but it's more like a powdery, spicy essence. So you get the cardamom and the coriander in it for sure. Definitely essence of the frankincense, but a beautiful powdery baby wipes scent that fills up a room, because when we came home, all I can smell was the cafe rose. The Billie Eilish was there, but the cafe rose actually projected, and it created more of a cloud more than the Billie Eilish did, you guys. More of a scent bubble, you guys. So this cafe rose is a beautiful scent. Am I gonna be getting it? I goddamn well refuse to spend £105 on a 50 ml and £150 on a 100 ml. It's too goddamn well expensive. And when I came home, I went to my trolley in the perfume shop and I started loading it up, and I was like, you know what, forget it, I'm not getting that perfume. But just know that that fragrance is definitely a banger, definitely full bottle worthy. I'm just not getting it. And that's just it. But it's an absolutely banging, impressive ass fragrance, you guys. So that is Cafe Rose. Next up, I tried the new Prada Paradoxe Intense. And the old Prada, the original Prada Paradoxe fragrance was a fresh, fruity, floral fragrance, in my opinion. Just a fresh, fruity, floral fragrance. More heavier on the florals, slight dash of fruity elements in there. And it gave me somewhat of Marc Jacobs Perfect Intense vibes. It gave me Marc Jacobs Perfect Intense vibes. And I didn't feel like I needed that Paradoxe. I definitely wasn't blown away. The Intense version is literally an amped up version of the original, okay? As in, they did the same thing that Chanel did with the Coco Mademoiselle. So you have the Coco Mademoiselle and the Coco Mademoiselle Intense, and they didn't deviate from the original DNA. They just made every single dose in the fragrance heavier, and the fragrance doesn't jump out at you. There's nothing much sweeter, much more fruitier, much more florally or anything like that. It's just like an amped up version, and they've amped up every single dose in the same amount. So it's just a little bit more heavier version of the original, and I don't care for it. I was like, maybe I should add one of them to my collection because I don't have any of the Paradoxes. It's really pretty. As you can see, the juice in the second bottle is a lot more pinker, a lot more prettier, a lot more rosier, and somewhat fuchsia looking, in my opinion. Very pretty, and I do like the bottle, but I don't like it enough to get it. I don't like that fragrance enough at all to get it. Not the original, neither do I like the Intense. I will revisit it again because that's how I felt about My Way. Like when I smelled My Way original, I was like, nah. And now I wouldn't mind capturing the entire My Way range in my perfume collection. But yeah, Paradoxe is a no-go for me, and it's quite pricey as well, but it's definitely a no-go for me. It's definitely nothing that I consider to be impressive. I could possibly buy a tiny little bottle just to have in my collection, because I probably would, consider doing that just to have a little bit, because I'm aware of the stir that this Paradoxe fragrance caused in the fragrance community, and I don't really get it because it definitely wasn't all that in a bag of chips. I don't know, I don't get it. But anyways, the Intense version didn't blow me away either, and nothing jumped out at me. So that is Prada Paradoxe Intense. Next up, we have the NUIT Rouge ULTIME, which is an intense version of the original NUIT Rouge. And I've had the chance to smell this one as well. Let me just give you guys the notes in this one. So the Rouge ULTIME, this one has in top notes of jasmine sambac, Tunisian orange blossom, Tunisian neroli. Middle notes are Indian tuberose and cacao pod. Base notes are Indonesian patchouli leaf, and Ambroxan, Haitian vetiver, and tobacco. If I could be honest with you guys, when I smelled the NUIT Rouge, not the ULTIME, it was very impressive. It has a heightened note of tuberose in the tuberose and jasmine in the Rouge that I felt was really sexy, definitely date night worthy, and it has like florally touches, and it was a very womanly, warm, and ladylike yet sexy smelling fragrance, in my opinion. And that one was a love for me, but I didn't get it because I recently decluttered the NUIT original, and I kind of like I took my mind away from the fragrance because I felt like if I just decluttered the Lancaster, I'm not going to go down the rest. I'm not going to try anything else from the range. And that's what I landed with. This one, however, did nothing for me at all. The ULTIME did absolutely nothing. Because they've amped up everything else in the fragrance, the jasmine and the tuberose are not shining as much as they are in the second one, in the Rouge. It's not shining as much. And to me, that's the highlight in all of the fragrances. Even the original Lancaster, it's all about the tuberose and the jasmine. But they definitely downplayed it more to me in this one. And I'm getting more of the orange blossom. It was much more fresh. It was not as sweet. You got a bit more of the patchouli in my opinion. So I got a lot more orange blossom patchouli in the ULTIME version. Not a lot of sweetness and not a lot of jasmine and, you know, tuberose like I got in the original, in the first Rouge. So I don't like the second one, and I don't like the third one, the ULTIME. I would more go for the Rouge itself, and that one was much more sexier than the ULTIME. So that's how I feel about that. If you're wondering, it's a no-go for me. I don't care to have that fragrance at all. Next up is my Valentino Donna Pink. Unfortunately, I did not get to smell this fragrance. However, I do plan on grabbing this fragrance to sample it for you. It's not available in store. It's only online so far. Either way you put it, you guys, I am flabbergasted with all of these new releases. I think like the perfume community has been listening to us, and you know, they've heard our complaints about basic similar scents and just a new version of an older scent, and they're really trying to give you guys something new and different. And I like the direction that they're going with it, because being in that perfume shop made me really excited to know what else is coming out and what else I can get my nose on. But yeah, these are the fragrances that I managed to smell while I was in store. These are the ones that I like, and these are the ones that I don't like. So for me, Burberry Goddess it's a nice fragrance. Not sure if I'm gonna get it. The Billie Eilish 2 is definitely coming home. The Paradoxe Intense is a no. The Lancaster Rouge ULTIME is also no. And the Tom Ford Cafe Rose is a banger, but it's too expensive. So there you have it. These are my thoughts on the newest releases. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, what you guys are planning on getting, if you guys already have any of these fragrances. And just let me know how you guys are feeling about these new releases, you guys. I'm excited and I can't wait to try some more. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a very big thumbs up. If you guys are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit the notification bell so that way you will be notified every single time I upload. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you guys for supporting me. I truly appreciate your support. And until next time, see you guys in my very next video. Bye.